So, judging by the title, I think you know what I'm going to talk about today. And, so, yeah, I think I'm just going to talk for a little bit and just explain my experience of day one. I'm going to do, a lot of days because it's once a week. So, I guess every Wednesday or Thursday or Friday or whatever, whenever I post this, I'll try to make one of each day. So, day one of my experience of playing D&D. Oh man, where to start? It was already after school. I called my mom, that I was staying after, because, it was like a new club that had just, opened. And, so obviously I went up the stairs. I went into the room, and immediately I was kind of shocked on how many people were there. Because there was like maybe three posters out in the hallway. Honestly, I only saw one, but later on I found multiple, but besides the point. So, shocked how many people was there, and, I went in and I waved hi to my friend Felix because we'd promised each other we would see each other at the club because we were both really interested, and, it's pretty cool seeing him there, but he was sitting with his other friend already, so I was struggling to find a seat until my friend Layla, uh, she actually invited me over to her seat because she said she wanted to sit with people she knew, and apparently I was one of the only ones. And so we went to the seat, and basically, call it, or actually before I went to the seat, we had to pick our class or whatever. We walked in and we just had to pick our class, and um, it was like rogue elves, like elf wizard, like just crazy stuff. Um, I picked a human paladin because I wanted a paladin, but human was the only one. I actually wanted a dragonborn, but yeah, I picked that one. Went back to my seat. My friend had also gotten a dragonborn, but she got a wizard, Layla. And in front of us was actually like two of my other friends and a girl I didn't know. One of them was Catalina. She got a elf rogue, I believe, or like those devil looking ones. And honestly, my other friend Gio, I don't know what he got because he was gonna be the DM when we decided. And then the other girl, honestly, I forgot too. But after all that, after we settled in, got our seats, talked a little, is when it began. There was a teacher named Mr. Gamble or whatever, and he was basically the host. He made a whole presentation about what D&D was about and how to play it. We spent like maybe 60% of the class just learning how to play, or just no, just figuring out what D&D even is, which most of us already knew. Fantasy role playing game. Um, talked about classes and all that. And then we moved on to the fundamentals where we learned uh how to create characters and like stats and stuff. And we could actually change our race, which is pretty cool. Like they let us keep the stats of the paper we had picked and just just keep the stats, and then we can change our like race and class. So I ended up being a dragonborn, a paladin one. And next Wednesday, um I'll talk about that at the end, but I ended up picking that. We worked on our stats, all of us. And so one of my other friends, Antonius, he had come up to me as we were, figuring things out or whatever. And he asked if he could join our group because his other friends had kicked him out, which in my head, I was like, I don't know, because even though he is my friend, sometimes he can be kind of annoying, but he can also be kind of funny. But in the end, I ended up deciding, and so did the group, to let him join. So now it's all of us, and we had to vote on who the DM would be, which I said earlier, which is Geo. He's going to be the DM of the story, and we're going to do a campaign on next Wednesday. So I'm really excited for that. But after all of the, the customizing and stuff, we were given dice in a baggie, and I was going to return it. It was pretty cool. It was like a black dice for me. It looked pretty cool, and I was about to give it back, but it was pretty cool. They actually let us keep it, so now it's just in my backpack along with my sheets, like with the character sheets and stuff. And so, in a way, our homework, quote unquote, is like just studying the fundamentals of D&D, like how to play it and stuff, and creating our character, which I'm pretty excited about. I just need to do a YouTube tutorial on it. But after all of that, the club was ending. It was already the end of the day because school had already ended, and it was just after school. So after all of that, um, my friends started a group chat along with me. I Since I don't really have a phone number exactly, I gave them my email. So either they'll contact me later or I don't know. But it's besides the point. They had made a group chat so that we could all, talk about D&D, our characters, and just start our little group. And after all that, we parted ways, and I was already heading out of the school, out of the club. And yeah, that was my first day at D&D Club. Um, it was pretty fun. I'm not even gonna lie. I left out a lot of details because I don't exactly remember it since it was technically like a day or two ago or yesterday. But all in all, it was pretty fun. After this, I might start customizing my character. Uh, and if any of y'all have something y'all need to tell me about it or any of y'all's experiences, please leave a comment down below and I'll try. See you guys next time. Bye bye.